Here's the mistakes that women make in relationships. This is coming from my personal experience, and I think it's going to help a lot of women. First things first, when you meet new people, like a new guy, when you start seeing a new guy and you start to develop attraction toward him, it's very important not to be overly feminine. Never be overly feminine unless they give you some type of reassurance. They commit to you, they propose to you, or do something, or become exclusive. Unless you get something that you want, and I don't care what you want, and you need to know what you want, okay? Never just allow a man to decide how the relationship is gonna go. Never allow a man to set the tone in relationship. A woman has a power in the very beginning to set the tone in relationship. But if you miss that moment and you're being overly feminine because you think, oh, I will allow him to decide how the relationship is going to go and when we're going to become exclusive and whatever is coming. All I have to be is just in my feminine. No, never be in your feminine unless you get something from a person. Actually, men's psychology goes like this. When you're overly feminine, being too nice, people pleasing from the very beginning, he hasn't done anything for you and you're just being so nice to him, this shows him, this subconsciously tells him that you are like this with every man you meet. And it throws him off. He subconsciously, see, it's a subconscious thing. He's not even doing it consciously, places you in a category of not taking you seriously. And once a man do that because you didn't set a tone in relationships, it becomes really difficult to get out of that category. And that's why I'm helping women to manifest. Because we place ourselves unconsciously because we trust a man. We think that, oh, he's going to step into his masculine and he's going to commit to us. But no, it doesn't work like that. In the beginning, you have to be more logical, actually. And then when you get reassurance from him that he is the one, that he's committing to you, that you're at least getting something that you want from him, only then you can give him and show him your feminine energy. A little bit calculative on the inside, but also being aware of the feminine power that you hold and knowing how to use it, properly, not to overgive to the people who haven't done really much for us. And just because we are attracted to them, we want to give them our energy. No, never do that. You need to have this inner guardian, inner observer that kind of keeps you in check. Even when you really, really want and you start to amplify in your mind his qualities, stop. Do not entertain those thoughts unless you get something from a person. Because if you entertain those thoughts, you start getting to Lulu and you're allowing them, keeping you at an arm's length. That's why you need to set the tone in relationship from the very beginning. But if you miss that, watch my other videos if you're dealing with negative circumstances. But absolutely can change your self-concept and the perception that other people have of you. But if you're still in the beginning stages, in the early stages of relationship, just be aware of setting the tone in relationship. It's very important. Because otherwise, men, they just want to go with the path of least resistance. What's the path of least resistance? It's a non-committal path. The less resources, the less energy, the less kind of work you require, the less they're going to be attached to you. The more they invest in you, the more they're going to be attached to you and would want to commit to you. That's why it's important to know your power and not to give everything in the very beginning just because you're passionate, you feel that passion and you're very attracted to them. That's why in astrology, even synastry, some placements are just very addictive, very attraction and passion is very high. And that's why women can make mistakes in the beginning of relationships, like rushing into bed too fast. Not that it's a bad thing. I mean, do whatever you want to do, but it depends on what you're trying to manifest and what your intention is with a man. If you want something serious, you have to kind of be in control of yourself and not to give everything, because that's men's psychology. You just have to accept it how it is. Especially men after 25, they're not really with that anymore. They don't want to commit way too much. They don't want to get an unnecessary responsibility. But here we're doing it. We're allowing them to choose that path by themselves because we are so cool, because we are so responsible, we are so amazing in our own lives, and we become a good complement to their lives and they become good complement for us. Not that we're replacing, each other's happiness or whatever, but we're just helping each other. And when they see how you live your life, you prioritize yourself, the way you love yourself, the way you relate to yourself, behave, they start to develop attraction. These are the things I want you to be aware of, but you have the power. You have the power always, okay? Love you, and if you like my content, follow for more.